If you're trying to improve relations, calling someone despicable human scum whom no one can trust might not be the best idea.
He's referring to North Korea's description of President Lee of South Korea. Friendly one day, hurtling threats the next. What's up with North Korea? Next on Global Pulse. How media around the world are covering the mixed messages from North Korea.
North Korea has long accused Washington of hiding nuclear weapons in South Korea for a possible attack on the North.
The Foreign Ministry says it will give up its bombs if the U.S. threat is removed.
Then the DPRK will feel no need to keep its nuclear program.
The DPRK, known in the West as North Korea, made a major diplomatic concession with South Korea. China's CCTV and New Tang Dynasty TV explain.
The trip will be the first high-level South Korean government delegation to visit Pyongyang since President Lee Myung-bak took office in February 2008 and is one of a handful of nuclear teams from the South ever to visit the North.
South Korea has welcomed the remarks by the leader of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, Kim Jong-il, says he is committed to ending the country's nuclear program.
But suddenly North Korea radically changed its tune. CCTV, the BBC, and Russia Today reported on Pyongyang's new threats and their possibly dangerous consequences.
North Korea has cancelled all peace agreements it signed with Seoul, accusing it of trying to provoke an armed clash. South Korea, in response, has warned it's put its military on alert as a precaution.
The tension between the DPRK and South Korea has raised the possibility of a naval clash along the disputed maritime border. The South Korean Defense Ministry says it will take firm counteraction against any attempt by the DPRK to violate its sea border on the Yellow Sea.
Now, North Korea says all deals are off.
The political and military confrontation between the North and the South has reached an extreme degree that it is on the brink of a war where fire will strike against fire and iron against iron.
So, what's gone wrong? According to the North, this man's to blame. South Korea's conservative president Lee Myung-bak, who took office last February, insisting that any further cooperation would depend on Pyongyang's willingness to give up its nuclear weapons.
Next came reports that North Korea was preparing to test a long-range missile capable of striking the U.S. South Korea's KBS saw a possible strategy in the North's actions, while New Tang Dynasty TV reported on the anger the news sparked in Seoul.
About 100 South Korean protesters gathered in downtown Seoul to denounce the North's possible missile launch.
The announcement about firing a missile seems to be a calculated action. North Korea is trying to get on South Korea's nerves, which has shown no response to North Korea's constant threat. Experts say North Korea wants to draw the attention of the Obama administration. Hillary Clinton, the Secretary of State, has been emphasizing six-party talks rather than direct talks between North Korea and the U.S. So experts assume that North Korea may feel it needs to be provocative.
Other media outlets echoed that perspective. The Economist called North Korea's threats a hissy fit and said, "The tin pot dictator hates to be ignored." Time magazine said, "North Korea to Obama, we're trouble too." Iran's Press TV had another twist.
Pyongyang has taken a tough position toward the incoming US administration. North Korea, which staged an atomic test in 2006, demands to be treated as a nuclear power. The US and South Korea refused to give it that status.
No surprise then that the official media of North Korea continue to rally its people against their enemies.
We call on the adherents of self-reliance and on progressive people around the world to support and encourage the Korean people's struggle to foil the moves of U.S. imperialists and the South Korean clique against the DPRK.
For Global Pulse, this is Erin Coker.
This program is brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only. Link TV is the only US network dedicated to global and national news, uncompromising documentaries and diverse cultural programs. Programs which connect you to the world.